Nazo. Nxumalo trial began. Well, thank you. The judge behaved very well. However, we did see Advocate Mnisi doing the damages. But in this episode, I really want us to talk about Advocate Nxumalo because there are things that were said by Advocate Nxumalo and ask the very critical questions that we have been asking to say, you are a police officer. If you come across any criminal activity, you have a right to arrest that person. You know what I'm saying? You know, a police officer, by the way, guys, even if I'm making an example. Even if he works for a Germiston precinct or a Joburg precinct or a Pretoria precinct and he travels to Cape Town and he sees a criminal activity, he can arrest you and and surrender you to the nearest police station. A police officer is somehow on duty even when they are off duty. They cannot allow criminal activity to go past them, Jay, and turn a blind eye. Those are the questions that were posed by Advocate Nxumalo and quoting the Constitution regarding the behavior of the police. But boom, Rata jump into the defense of this guy and say the witness is not allowed or is not allowed to answer questions that are going to incriminate himself. But I'm sitting and I'm like, wait a minute, but didn't this guy incriminate himself by saying that he saw Gwabini shooting Snako? And by the way, that incident, it is said that incident has happened in 2017. He spoke of it as if it happened in 2014 or 13 backward. You know what I'm saying? So we saw Advocate Nxumalo going towards that direction. I'm like, wow. Look, there they go. That's where we wanted this guy to be exposed so that they can understand that despite the fact that he is a police guy and they are leading the case, but they need to understand that in as much as they are leading the case, if something is not true, we're not gonna sit here and say it is true just because they are telling us that is true. No. So we saw Advocate Nxumalo. We will talk more about that, provided that you are interested. If you are interested, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. You need to like the video, we'll take it to 1,000 likes. You need to comment in the comment section below. You need to watch this video until the end. You also, guys, need to you also need to join, become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You know what I'm saying? Those things, that's the only thing that you pay for. But we did see this thing coming back with a bang, and it just showed that the preparedness from the defense. I came across a comment and somebody was saying, we've rested. We're hoping that there was going to be some changes. Not Zungu lying after this. So much of rest. We thought it's going to come back and speak the truth. But no, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Continued. And funny enough, he remembers all the date when Advocate Baloyi was leading his testimony. He remembers the date and everything. Soon as now Nisi starts asking him question, suddenly he doesn't remember the date. Now also there was an incident of the polo being mistaken by Uno. You know what I'm saying? Hey, guys, it was so interesting there. But I've got this few announcements to make. All right. We do have a WhatsApp number, right? So in that WhatsApp number, what you then have to do is to send me your whatever you want to talk. If you want to talk about the cases of Nxumalo, say whatever you want to say, right? Please, I saw people calling that number, guys. I'm always busy. Just leave me a text. Well, then and there we can talk maybe via that WhatsApp call. But most of the time I'm always busy. I will appreciate if maybe you send a voice note, you send some links, stories that you want me to cover. You also send, if you want me to summarize the case, that I can do. You know what I'm saying? But I can promise you now, going forward, that we really have a date, you and I. Like I said, we did buy, I did buy this lighting. I did change my Wi-Fi from Vox to Vuma. You know what I'm saying? I did bought some backup systems. One phone here is gonna be used. This one phone here is for you guys, for us to chat, and one is a backup if I'm doing my research, or if look, there's a camera. You know what I'm saying? If my camera get broken, I can still use one of those phones. The reason I've been able to achieve what I've achieved so far, it is because of your contribution. As you watch this video, that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Others as well have gone to a point of becoming members of this YouTube channel, which also help in terms of advancing the production. Right now, I need this big camera. I need to hire 3 people that are gonna come and assist here. So look, the lighting. Somebody was telling me that the light is too much, so I need to hire people that are going to come and assist in all of that. In order for us to get people that are going to come and assist, you guys need to continue watch the ads. We need to engage in the comment section below. So, but I cannot engage with you because I need to do the research and all the stuff. But if I can get people that are going to assist me there, then certain things are going to be much easier. I'm leaving this on you. Now, I know I've taken quite long before I get into this one. Now, so we saw Advocate Nxumalo as well asking so many questions and posing these questions to say, wait a minute, look, he quotes these things, and then he asked him to say, you are a police officer. Look, he asked him to confirm, do you have 12 years experience in the police service? He says yes. Despite 12 years experience, you will remember that this guy, Zungu, at some point he was asked by Advocate Ramasepedi, prior to the recess, he was asked about when he saw those criminal activity, where did he report those things to? And guess what? He asked Advocate Nxumalo or Advocate Ramasepedi, where was I supposed to report these things to? He even asked the question to a girlfriend, a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? A girlfriend, a friend. But then I remember Advocate Ramasepedi even went as far as saying, you are a police officer. You can't reason like that. You are a police officer. Where's part? 12 years of experience. You're supposed to know where to report a crime. You remember me talking about that? So Advocate Nxumalo brought that, and as he brought that, he actually made me realize that these guys owe us an explanation. So Judge Ratamokgotleng stopped him. However, in as much as he got stopped by Judge Ratamokgotleng, Oksalayo, the truth is that he is an incompetent police. Under oath, he took an oath to be a police officer. He under oath is committing criminal activity, even if he's not the one who initiates such activity. But remember, I said to you guys, according to legal expert, whom you can still, if you want to find the facts, go to Mashabela studio. There's a lady who's a legal expert there. She said being an accomplice is when you see criminal activity, but you don't report to the relevant authorities. When you hear about it, or when you know that it's going to happen, or it happened, but you don't report it to relevant authorities, you are an accomplice. In other words, you participated in that criminal activity. Now, remember, he's saying this talking just to general civilians like you and I. Now you've got a person who is an official member of the SAPS, whom we are supposed to report to. Now that person is faced with what is required of us to do, but that person is not doing it. Therefore, the question is he how best can I say this? Is it beneficial for us to have a police officer that cannot report a criminal activity, does not know where to report a criminal activity, even if it chooses not to, it chooses to evade the questions posed by Advocate Nxumalo as far as his behavior, being associated with Inkabi. He now suddenly he twists the story when asked, okay, didn't you say these people are hitmen? Now he understood, this guy, he's asking me this question. Now I must explain what I say. He changed the story again and he said, no, Mina, did I say that these guys are Izingabi? And I'm like, wait a minute. But you said it. You know what I'm saying? It's on record. We can play a video where you say that. We have it on record. But now he changes because he understands. Advocate Nxumalo has pushed him, poked the wall, and said, wait, did you say these people are Izinkabi? Did you say that you saw Gwabini shooting Snako? You know, he named those incidents. Did you say that you saw the exchange of firearm? Look, these people exchanging firearms. Wait, but must you have a responsibility to arrest them yourself? Then he changes the story, and then he, I'm not a friend of. That's why the judge also rebuked him to say you can't say that. You know what? I'm not a friend of. If you are Inkabi, you are a friend with Inkabi. I'm a policeman. I'm not a friend of Inkabi. Mind you, the same liar. We've been telling you guys here in this YouTube channel, we're not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to tell it the way it is. Zungu is a liar, and the truth is not found in Zungu. This is Zungu, this is the truth. Between Zungu and the truth, there is a huge river, and there's no bridge between there's no bridge that can connect where Zungu is and where the truth is. Didn't Zungu say they were drinking? He painted a picture of him being friendly and cozy with these people. Now you can't tell me that you are not a friend of Izinkabi, but yesterday you were sharing a meal with them, you were drinking with them, you were having fun with them, and you know them. You know what I'm saying? You get introduced to them. You know their criminal activities. You know all those things because you even went as far as saying they are Izinkabi. But today, now that is no longer convenient for you to stick on your own words, you change them. I saw somebody in my comment section below saying, yo, if you don't believe Zungu, then you don't know what you're talking about. You yourself, you are a liar. It shows that if you are married, that woman, or if you are a man, if you are a woman, that man must divorce you. If you have a girlfriend, that girlfriend must divorce you. If you have that girlfriend must separate with you. You know, must dump you. If you are a woman, that person who types such a comment, if you are a woman, that man must dump you because you are proving to be untrustworthy. You know what I mean? How do you see lies and still see nothing wrong with a lie? If you have friends, right now they need to disbelieve whatever comes from your mouth because you are untrustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Let's leave them. Nevertheless, so I saw comment like that, but right now you and I, we are here comprehending, Bafethu, how best can I say this thing? It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting to see this guy continue to lie under oath, yet he gets shielded. Judge Rata, but at least today you behave a little bit better. Huh? It's better. We'll talk about Judge Rata. But anyway, there are some other few things that I did notice as well. But before we dive into Judge Rata and those things, the other thing that I did see was that this guy, Zungu is rude. Zungu is rude. And I did see the similarities between Zungu and Nxumalo. I think it was Nxumalo. I saw the similarities between Zungu and Nxumalo. You know, the level of rudeness, the difference between Nxumalo and Zungu is that Nxumalo, he is he's not a member of the SAPS. So he can speak anyway and anyhow, but Zungu cannot speak anyway, anyhow, because he still need to represent the SAPS as an organization. He could be told that you have brought the name of South African Police Service into disrepute. Yeah, that word. So because of that, he cannot say things that he wants to say. But as you are listening to him talking, you can sense that there's no difference between Nxumalo and the Zungu. You know what I'm saying? So I think Tule foot. It's Tule. And then let's come back to Judge Rata. Judge Rata, he says something today. And it's like, Advocate Mnisi was saying something, And Judge Rata saw ukuthi he needs us. He needs to address us. Then he says to us, there are people who are self-appointed legal experts. They are saying this. And I'm like, hey, you are taking jab on us. No, we will not sit here and say you are doing good if you are doing bad. If you are doing bad, you are doing bad. If you are horrible, you are horrible. There's no way we can sugarcoat that one. It remains like that. You are not doing good. We are not, it's not like we've got a personal vendetta against the judge. But we are saying we want fairness. That's all that we are looking for. The defense must be given a fair opportunity to say whatever they want to say, and look, as well as the state. Advocate Baloyi has been enjoying the privilege of speaking non-stop, uninterrupted, like my Wi-Fi here. You know what I'm saying? But the others, it's like the data like telecom, interrupted, you know? So they are interrupted. They're supposed to ask things in a way. No. I even said the other time, these people have their own personalities. They approach things differently. Can they be allowed to do such? Why is Advocate Baloyi allowed to ask questions? He will ask questions, same questions 3 times. At some point he did that and we can prove that. But he was never asked by the judge to say, hey, stop repeating yourself. You know what I'm saying? No, he didn't say that. Why is it easy to say that when it comes to the defense, but you can't say that when it comes to the state? Are we supposed to see this inconsistency and keep quiet as if nothing is happening? No, here we are looking for justice and we want justice to be served. But we are saying for that justice to be served, let there be fairness also in the process before we reach the climax of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, women, I'm not talking about that climax. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the climax of this discussion. Because you guys, you might think of something else. Oh, there are elderly people here. Let me move on. So yeah, we saw Judge Rata trying to correct us. And I must say this, we don't hate the judge. We're just saying, can the defense be treated fairly? That's all that we are looking for. Behave the way you behave today. We're not going to say anything. Not entirely. We are not entirely happy with your behavior today. At least 90% the behavior was proper. And we are happy. Hi again. Kwasuka lokho Nxumalo decided that, you know what, I am going to ask this gentleman other questions as well. And those questions were on point. And I was like, okay, I was another Nxumalo. And Nxumalo said the following. Nxumalo, did Gwabini also introduce accused number 4 to you, Zungu? Yes. So when he introduced, he said, accused number 4 is from Opisweni. Do you know where is that? And Zungu says Gwanongoma. Then Nxumalo, how do you know accused number 4? Zungu, I don't know him. I only met him on that day. Nxumalo, did you say you know him from Nongoma? Okay, and then ask that question. And then he tells the story. There's much of a borderline between Amahlabatin and Nongoma, and the Bona. They are just at the borderlines. Yeah, the borderlines. Yes, they are there. You know what I'm saying? Hence, they can use the word Amahlabatin, Nongoma, and it is as if they are speaking about the same thing. Ganti, they are just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But again, Nxumalo had asked him, I am instructed by accused number 4 that he doesn't know you from a bar of a soap. He is not your acquaintance. He met you for the first time in court, right? Zungu. Zungu, tell this guy, no, Pella, he gave me the keys on the 26th of October. Remember, there's already an argument of a polo. Is it a polo player? An Uno? Zungu says, no, it is an Uno. And these guys are saying, Tina, what we know is a polo player, not the Uno. You know what I'm saying? So just have that in mind. You know what I'm saying? As we proceed. Nxumalo, I am instructed that accused number 4 first met accused number 2 when they made their first appearance in court. Zungu, I wouldn't have knowledge of that. Nxumalo, the cruise is he didn't know him on the 26th of 2014. Zungu, that's what he says as far as I know. Accused number 4 says he knows accused number 3 and he's his friend. Zungu, I can't dispute that. There is nothing wrong with their relationship, Nxumalo. If they are friends together, and that's where the judge actually corrected. For the first time I saw him trying to reprimand somebody, a witness, you know what I'm saying? And then that's where the judge says, the way he was speaking about it, it was like, no, if this guy, look, I'm a police, I'm not a friend with criminals. Now, just for a moment, think about everything that he has been saying, right? Think about everything that he has been saying. The way he speaks about how they interact with them. And then how do you feel? Look, for the fact that you even go as far as after when these guys were done deleting Senzo Meyiwa, they even held a celebration. We had to ask the question to say, how is it that these people feel comfortable to celebrate a criminal activity in your presence? Yes, you are a police. Today you want to come and paint a picture that you don't deal with criminals. Guys, this guy is lying. That's why I'm saying this guy is exposing himself. Is being exposed left, right, and center. Nxumalo bafethu. I mean, sorry, Zungu. This guy. Nxumalo, did Gwabini tell you where he was from? Zungu, yes, he said he's from Opisweni. Nxumalo, do you know where is Opisweni? Then they went into that picture. I've already spoken about that. Then they went into that picture where the other guy is sitting behind the car, which we don't have a privilege. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a privilege of that. I am instructed that the day that photo was taken, he was there at least visiting the owner of the Polo VW. And it is not, that's when they were clarifying that it is not the Uno, it is actually a Polo player, not an Uno. Hey! Zungu says, I don't know, or the owner of the vehicle and blah, blah, blah. I am further instructed that the person that is in the photo, it's not you, but it is Mansizweni Kanyile, right? Then that's when he says, are you questioning me? Whatever, are you questioning that it is me or not? Nxumalo. Nxumalo, do you know where the driver of the Polo, who the driver of the Polo was? Zungu, I have no knowledge of that. Nxumalo, I'm thinking about this liar. I'm thinking about Zungu. Zungu, guys, we've been telling you, Zungu is a liar of note. Zungu is a professional liar. You know, ask me again. Let's read comments because guys, I've eaten, so I'm gonna because of Zungu. Zungu is a liar of note, guys. Then again, let me read some comments. Somebody says Zungu is testifying based on pictures put in front of him, not based on the fact of the day in question. I think yes. I think this person, he gets the picture here. And then somebody I see again. We will come back to Nxumalo. Also says that he did not meet you on the 26th of 2014. He first met you in court. We have already dealt with that. I don't want to go into the mother of accused number 1 and all the stuff. Now let me read this comment as well. This person says, the most questionable thing about witness Constable Zungu is that he remembers everything that happens in 2014 on the day of an incident, even the price of the alcohol they bought. Hey man, something is up here. Funny enough, he remembers all of those things, but when the defense start asking questions, He suddenly don't remember everything. That is Zungu for you. I've been telling you. So, there comes another one. Zungu, I am allowed to transport my family members using the state resources police van in bracket. There you have it. I'm not going to comment here because there's a comment that explains this comment, right? Now, this is the comment again. Actually, remember that the first comment says, Zungu is allowed to transport his people. Then somebody then commented and say, no wonder there is always no vehicle available at the police station. Gandhi, they are allowed to go anywhere and transport anyone they want. So they always out there misusing vehicles. So this post explains the first one. And then somebody says, keep pressing Advocate Nxumalo. Ibambe ngakho. Memory loss is generally a sign of cooking nice. Even the judge keeps moving on that shit. At men's underscore Nxumalo. Men's, I'm not gonna say anything about what you just said now. Okay. Uti at Teams underscore Twinkie. Uti Zungu is hilarious. He doesn't even know the stops they made. He can't recall who was sitting with him at the back seat. He can't recall the spot where they stopped at. Was he even there? It's not me. Other people have got intelligence to see the things that we always say. Zungu is a liar. Right? Let's go on. That Zungu is so useless. He doesn't recall where they went to, the car they were using, the people who were sitting next to him. That is somebody else. And then somebody says, arrest Zungu, Kininda, Mangena, Mosia, Mhlahlo, and all those who were in the house. Look, at Sbonelo Ndlovu. One thing about Zungu, whatever is put to him, he takes it and he includes himself. And doesn't remember everything else. If you say it's an Uno, he agrees. If you say it's a Polo, he agrees. He won't stress himself. Okay, you know what? It just proves some level of inconsistency there on, right? I like the way this guy says at Thames. This is a lady. I think it's at Thamsi Majija. Okay, I like the way Thamsi Majija is just putting it to us, right? You guys can't hear his witnesses contradicting himself. What exactly do you want from the defense? This is so interesting. You guys can't hear this witness is contradicting himself. What exactly do you want from the defense? Mfunani vela ningitshele. Hey, madoda. Anama ngibazi azibafunani. Bafuna umoya o defense manje laba. These people. But ahluleni. Somebody says, if he's allowed to use state vehicle for private use, then who is responsible for maintenance of those cars? Good question. Because the state give you resources to use for the benefit of the state, and which is our benefit. But if you then turn those resources and you use it for your own, then you should pay for maintenance of such cars. Yeah, it makes sense. It's interesting. But again, somebody says, Rata's facial expression, he is seeing the truth now. Disappointed. I think so. Okay, the next one is the one that makes me laugh. Somebody says, just relax, Judge. Zungu already incriminated himself too much. And that's exactly what I was saying. He can't tell us that he can't answer questions that incriminate himself. The first time Zungu testified, I came up with 8 points that I say on the basis of these 8 points, Zungu must be arrested. He saw criminal activity happening in front of him and said nothing. Today, He can't answer such questions when he was the first person to say it with his own mouth. He was not asked, he said it voluntarily. But he can't be questioned on an evidence he ran that voluntarily because he's going to incriminate himself. It's unfair. I think that part of Constitution, it needed to be challenged by other people, because I mean, honestly speaking, at least if this guy did not volunteer the information, he volunteered the information which include Zungu himself incriminated himself in his own volunteered information. Then when he's questioned, guys, I find it unfair. If it was a matter of we went and dig deeper and found those reports and then we are questioning from such angle, then it makes sense. But he volunteered the information, but is not supposed to be cross-examined. I don't get it. That part of Constitution needs to be challenged and it needs to be changed. If a person volunteered the information, let's continue to cross-examine you. He should consider working hand in hand with this self-acclaimed expert. He might have. Okay. Somebody was saying this because Judge Rata was saying that the legal expert, self-appointed legal expert that go. Look, I get to remember that we were very much hard on him. So this person was saying he should consider working hand in hand with this self-acclaimed expert. It might help to crack this case after all. Okay. At Zanel _melt. I know Zanel. Okay, it appears judge might even judge have been made aware of some articles, post and expert analysis about his conduct and prejudiced. Yeah, I think he is aware. Have you noticed how Rata has a tendency of confusing his job description, speaking on behalf of witnesses? Exactly. Even Mnisi today said that no, but it is the state must oppose that. It was him saying, no, judge. Pela wena, you are not here to oppose the things that we are saying. The state must oppose whatever you think when they should oppose. And I was like, yeah, Mnisi, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now somebody says, Constable Zungu is one of those cops who transport criminals with police official vehicles. He might not be asked further about it, but Oksalayo, we know now he is a criminal of note. Exactly my point to say, he volunteered the information unprovoked. Nobody provoked him. Unprovoked, volunteered the information. Now that the information is out, you shouldn't be questioned on the information. No, if it was information unvolunteered, I would easily understand. Then that Constitution, it makes sense. We're not having it. Somebody says, Zungu was hoping to get a promotion like all of them. They must arrest all of them, including their lead investigator, Keninda. It's Bonella Ndlovu. Where's Bonella? I'm telling you. Okay, interesting that a red car was used to buy booze. This witness is in some pictures. Accused number 4, 3, and 5 seen next to the same car. Issue in dispute was whether it's a polo player or an Uno. I mean, if there is a picture of a car already, isn't a logic to accept what make in the picture? He's simply saying, if there's a picture of a Jaguar, if in the picture there's Jaguar, is it not logic to accept that this is Jaguar? We don't need an expert for that. I get him. And then at Katli _Matule. Judge Rata is Ruth. My God. Only objection by lawyer had today was foul language. Rata is tired to ask if the guy on the picture will be called and to ask if the judge on the picture will be called. And Mnisi says that objection should come from the state. Yeah, so those were some of the highlights that we had today. It was a quite interesting one, especially I focused largely on what Nisi said and all the stuff, because there's something to be said about Nxumalo in this particular video. There's something to be said about how Nxumalo attacked this. And I was very impressed with the angle he came from. Even the one of Mnisi as well. It's a very interesting angle. But for now, let's leave it here. We will talk on the next video. But until then, please take care.